So hello everyone, and the topic is how to write the problem statement for any application. This is the first task in object oriented software engineering lab. So before moving to the software engineering lab, so first let's see what is object oriented software engineering and what is object oriented software engineering lab, and what are the different applications are using in this lab, and how to prepare the problem statement for the above applications. This is the content of this video. So first, what is object oriented software engineering means? Software engineering that will be used for object oriented programming applications are called as object oriented software engineering. So mainly there are few steps are there to develop the software for any object oriented programming application. So those are, first one is problem statement, and the next one is requirement specification, third one is analysis, and the fourth one is design, fifth one is implementation, and the last one is testing. And we have one more layer is here, that is maintenance also. So these are the different layers to develop the software. So first one is problem statement. In this video, I will show you how to write the problem statement for different applications. Generally, this is the diagram of the layer structure. So mainly we have a requirement analysis. In requirement analysis, we show what are the main requirements needed to develop a software. The requirements may be it may be software requirements, or it may be hardware requirements. Once the requirements are gathered, then we analyze the requirements. That means what are the connections are there between the requirements. Connection between the requirements, once you specified the functional requirements of the developing software, then what is the relation is there between the functions of the software is analyzed. Once the structure of the requirements are analyzed, then we design that. Here to design this application, we use UML. So UML is a unified modeling language. So it contains different types of diagrams are there. So one type of diagrams is structural diagrams, another type of diagrams are behavioral diagrams. Structural diagrams mainly specify the way the modules or functions are connected. In the behavioral diagram, how the modules are interconnected and how the data is mainly flows from one module to another module is specified in the behavioral diagram. Mainly in this design phase, UML diagrams will be useful to design a software. So once the software or application is designed, then next one is implementation. Implementation means coding. So once the coding is completed, testing will be done. In this testing, again different types of testings are there: unit testing, integration testing, whole system testing. Likes from lower level testing to the higher level testing, different types of testings are done on the implemented software. So once the testing is done, then after that also there is a need of maintenance of the software. Sometimes the software may be outdated, sometimes the user requirements may be extended because of many conditions. So maintenance of the software is also very important. Otherwise, this software or application can't survive in the long run. So these are the main different stages of deployment phases of object oriented software engineering. So in our lab is object oriented software engineering lab it is. So what we do in the software engineering lab here is, so we know that how to do this all these things, how to write a problem statement, how to write, how to gather the requirements, how to analyze or how to design, how to implement and how to test. So in this lab we have to know all these things. So that's why the main objective of this lab is to impart state of art knowledge on object oriented software engineering and UML, and practice object oriented software engineering principles for real time problems, and various diagrams and various test case generations, and demonstrate object oriented software engineering technologies for various real life problems. These are the main objectives of this lab. So throughout this lab, we develop different stages for these three applications. One is library system, another one is railway reservation system, and the third one is data warehouse management system. So for these three application, so in task one is how to write a problem statement, and next task related to how to gather the requirements for these three, and next one is how to analyze and how to design. Mainly this whole lab is based on these three applications. And how to write the problem statement for any application is, there are few points are there while writing the problem statement. So those are, it is the initial starting point for a project, we already know that. So that's why on the stage, problem statement is intended or broad audience and should be written in a non-technical terms. So this problem statement is not for development persons. So this statement is for the audience, means users. So whoever read these problem statements, they should be clear with that. So like that we have to write the problem statement. So means no technical knowledge or technical terms or technical things are needed to write the problem statement. It should be a simple, it should be in English, and which must cover the clear need of the user. It does not describe the solution to the problem. The input to requirement engineering is the problem statement prepared by the customer. Customer is always the goal. That means the problem statements mainly describes the need of what to do, but not describing how to do. So what to do is described in the problem statement and does not include how to do. So how to design or how to implement, all those things or technical things are not included in the problem statement. And first task is prepare the problem statement for the above applications. First one is a library management system. So what are the basic things we need in the library management system is, once you entered into the library management system, first you have to log in. So while you are logging, if you entered the correct credential, then you should be successful. Otherwise it should be failure message should be displayed on the board. Once you, if you successfully logged into the system, then there are few things are there. One is you can search for some book, or you can add some book, or you can borrow some book, or you can return some books to the library. So these are the different functions are there in the library management system. Again, by searching the book, the search may be successful, or if search is not successful, what to do. If you want to borrow a book, then sometimes book may be available, sometimes book may not be available. Like that, different things are happened. All the things, all possible things happened in the system should be specified in the problem statement. Another application is online railway reservation system. Again, in railway reservation system, you may book the ticket or you may cancel the ticket. Sometimes the ticket may be in the waiting list. or sometimes if you cancel the ticket, the refund must be initiated. Sometimes if you while you are transacting transaction is happening, if your amount is deducted but you don't book the ticket, then amount should be refunded to you. So there are many things are there in the railway reservation system also, so you have to specify all the things here. And the third application is data warehouse management system. So this data warehouse management system is a management system which any company wants to modernize their business. So up to that point, their transactions or send or receive orders, all those things are manually doing. So if you are doing manually, then a lot of errors occurred by the employees, or there may be a loss of data. In a long run, there is a high chance of losing the data. So that's why it's better to modernize the system. Means it's better to create an app or application and save all your records into the database, so that no one can steal that, and there is no errors and longevity are there, and speed also very fast. So that all those things, receiving an order or sending an order, if the customer purchase, then reporting the receipts, all those things must be specified in the data warehouse management system.